rhetoric coming from the ANC that these people are just thugs, they're criminal elements, they are not party members. I mean, what do you make of that?
These are desperate people, and everything depends on them winning or losing a councillor seat or a mayoral seat. But it shows the extent to which the ANC has lost the moral high ground, and in which what is happening is that the ANC's internal election procedures are being sorted out, and that's actually a good thing. But it shows that politics has become the route to everything and the gatekeeper to wealth, to privilege in South Africa. This is a bad spot to be in, particularly as we expect South Africa is probably going to recession and grow below its potential for the next few years. Inequality is going to increase. Unemployment is going to increase. We're heading for a very violent electoral cycle. So we need leadership in this country. One of the challenges is that nobody apparently is in charge. The Human Sciences Research Council 2016 annual review has got the subtitle, "Who is in charge?" And they spent 511 pages analyzing who is in charge, because apparently nobody is.
If you were saying that your belief is fundamentally that from what you're seeing with the trends, that there is going to be worsening politics?
It's mostly going to be in where I think the violence and the contestation between the ANC and the EFF is going to be most intense. So Gauteng is probably going to be the epicenter of that violence. Last week, Lizette Lancaster at the ISS launched a paper that actually did a geographical analysis of where we think violence is going to be most intense. It is going to be both rural and urban. In the urban areas, for the first time, the ANC faces a serious challenge amongst people that it considers to be part of its own, the EFF. And that presents, I think, a situation where the ANC is finding it very difficult to defend its track record and the poor service delivery and the poor engagement that we see from leadership, from the ANC leadership with its own communities.
I mean, what would you advise?
The ANC needs to find its moral compass. It's lost its moral compass. This is the oldest liberation party in Africa. It is a party of Nelson Mandela and Oliver Tambo, an immense history and legacy that is there. And look who leads it at the moment. And look at the example that it sets in terms of the policies. It's becoming a party that is largely a rural-based, traditionalist, conservative party that presents no vision for South Africa. South Africa needs a fundamental restructuring of our economy and a vision of how we build not only an inclusive political system, but an inclusive economic system. We have gone through the political revolution, but we have not made an economic evolution. And that evolution we've in a sense run out of runway in South Africa. The developmental state cannot do more than it is doing at the moment. And one of our controversial findings is that a government, if it wants to grow the economy, and without growth we will be downgraded, needs a partnership with the private sector. We in actual fact need two economies in South Africa, what we refer to as an inclusive economy to deal with our legacy issues, and an innovation economy, a knowledge economy, an economy that really focuses on getting us out of our middle income trap, because we are trapped. And we've been trapped in a middle income space for the last 40 years. And unless that changes, we cannot grow fast enough to create the jobs that is required. And without jobs, we can't do anything about inequality. We cannot deal with the joblessness and the hopelessness of many South Africans.
That was the one thing that I wanted to